Right, this is what we're going to be making today. This is a beautiful steak mince and vegetable pie made from scratch. So we'll be making the pastry from scratch as well. And so I hope you come along. Let's get cooking. Okay, let's start by making our pastry. 300 grams. Let's measure that out. Into the bowl. Right, now I've got 75 grams worth of butter there, which I'm going to cut up into cubes. There we go. 75 grams of cheese, which I'm also going to cube, and we're going to put that into our flour, rub it into the flour, which I've also added some salt to. Okay, that's what we're talking about in terms of the size of the cubes for the butter. And then slightly smaller cubes for the cheese. Now I'm going to get in there with my hands and I'm going to start to break up that, and we're going to end up with a sort of breadcrumby like texture. I'll add some water to bring it all together into our pastry. Now you see how that colour has changed quite a bit. We're going to add in 125 mils of water. I'm just going to bring this together, and this is where faith comes in. Get your hands in here and really work it together. It'll seem like it's not wet enough to do so, but if you just keep doing it, it will come together into a dough. As you can see, this is a little bit sticky, so I might have to turn this out onto a board with some flour. Right, we've turned that out. Oh, I've had to add a little bit more flour to it. What we're going to do now, put this on parchment paper. I'll wrap this up and we'll pop it in the fridge for about half an hour. It's too soft at the moment and is unworkable. While our beef mince is thawing out, I'll introduce you to the vegetables we're going to be putting into this beautiful meat pie. Mushrooms, leeks, carrots, and yellow mustard seeds, an oxo cube and cornflour. Seems pretty simple, doesn't it? But what we really want is to bring out the flavour of that meat. We're going to put some cheese in this pie as well, in the top. It's going to be beautiful. Let's get cooking. Right, so 1.5 tablespoons of cornflour and our oxo cube crumbed. That's it, we're all ready. Right, firstly, in with our olive oil, about a tablespoon there. Then our yellow mustard seeds. Once they start popping, we'll put the meat in. Okay, you can see them sizzling there. Right, there you can see we've got our meat in. We're just going to brown that. Then I'll tip off any excess fat, and then we'll add the other veggies. Right, I've drained the fat off that. So now in with our leeks, and in with our carrots. Let's stir them in. Now in with our mushrooms. Now I've left garlic out of this, but I want at least one aromatic. I'm just going to put a little bit of ginger in. And then we've got also some tomato paste. Around about 3 good teaspoons. Now in with a little bit of Worcester sauce, about half a tablespoon, and the same for soy sauce, about half a tablespoon. Now in with our oxo cube and our cornflour. And there we are. I've added my water, and that is a nice thick gravy in there. Perfect. Let's get it off the heat and start with the pastry. Right, this is way more manageable now that I've chilled it down. Let's halve it to make it even more manageable. Put it out there. Actually, I'll save that parchment paper. We'll put a little bit of flour down here just to stop things sticking. So we're going to do a base piece of pastry and a lid for our pie. So firstly, let's roll this out right to around about 1/8 of an inch, or just over 1.5 millimeters, and then we'll come back. As you can see, these will be the little bits of cheese inside the pastry, looking very hopeful. So here I'm going to cut the base for our pie. So I'll just go around like that. And then I'll load it into one of those pie dishes. So here we go. Ooh, it's going to be a this is going to be a very, very nice pie indeed. Beautiful, beautiful. Alright, we'll pop that to one side and we'll do another one. So as you can see, I've weighed them down with a bit of rice, and now I'm going to put them round about the middle to the lower part of the oven with only the bottom oven element on. Right, now we're going to get our lids for our pies rolled out. So I'll roll them out roughly the same thickness as the bases, and then we'll come back. Right, now we're all ready. Now that I've got those out of the oven, to make our beautiful pies. Pastry looks amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm just going to cut some pieces of cheese to go on the top of these, and then we'll egg wash the edges to give us a nice seal. Okay, back soon. There you go. I've egg washed those, and I've put the lids on, and then I've egg washed the lids as well, so they are ready to go into the oven now. Right, there's our pies straight out of the oven, and they are very crisp and crunchy. Right, I'll get them out of the tins and then we'll have a taste and have a wee look. See what, oh, wow. firstly, look inside there. You can see that beautiful layer of cheese just underneath the top. It's just gorgeous. Right, now I'm going to take a piece to try. Get some pastry here and some meat. This is just like, you know, those old country pubs you go into and the person's there has been making pies for 50 years. These taste of the country, they're beautiful. I strongly urge you to make these. If you can do it all from scratch like I've done, that's well worth it. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you on the next recipe.